Hey guys, and welcome to episode 6 of my Resonant Rise series. I'm Illusion like usual. So, if you remember at the end of last episode, and well, actually all of last episode, we were working on this mob farm down here underneath the base. So, I refined it a little bit off camera, put down some slabs to hopefully will actually prevented the Endermen from getting out because they're not can't spawn on the half slabs. So, went ahead and reworked this a little bit, and kind of happy with where it's going. And these three spawners are ready to go in service once I gotta make the auto spawners and the grinders and everything. Made some more black glass. Um, this thing is working pretty well and is actually producing some mob essence. Let's see what we got so far. I actually hooked it back up to the barrel today, or I guess sorry, after the episode. Actually, I emptied it. Okay, well then. So yeah, it's filling up. Cool deal. So also over here, off camera, I have a little fish tank. Well, not a fish tank, but I got a squid tank in there. And I got a, is it a harvester? What are you? Rancher. Got a rancher in there. I'm pulling some ink off, and that's was able to make some more with that dark glass. And I just got an energy cube in there just to run it, because I don't need tons of it, but I needed some to get going. And I got that squid in there with a jailer safari net. So cool. So that's kind of where we left off, and kind of what we're gonna do. And then so, like last episode, I said we were gonna start doing something with that all that mob essence. And you can also see I ran it for a little while. Um, got about 130 of each blaze rosin and ender pearls. Excuse me. So that's pretty good there. So today, what we're gonna work on is carved out a little enchanting room up here. So this is what we're gonna kind of work on today. So haven't done anything with the walls. The walls look ugly. Yep, I know. But I was unsure of how big of a space that I want to have. So just basically carved out the space, and then once I get it kind of situated, then I'll come back and decorate. I'm thinking a kind of a wood themed in here. So let's get going. So I'm going to need a lot. Let me just grab a lot of what I need. And I'm going to wire it up with two different sets of enchants. I'm going to wire it up with Liquid XP, and then I'm going to also wire it up with Mob Essence. So I'm going to have two different systems in there. So let me get a tank. So I'm going to get a open blocks tank. Um, I don't know how much for this. I'm going to need a lot. Okay, we're out of glass. Let's make two sets. So let's make 60. Well, that's only 32. Then I'll let the Oculus accumulator run, and before I knew it, I had 1,000 obsidian. So not Oculus accumulator, Ignis extruder. Not the first time I've messed those up. Yep, that's like I want it. So we're just going to have this very dynamic tank of Mob Essence and Liquid XP. So I'm going to leave a little space, that way they don't connect, because that's not gonna look too good. Cool. You know what? I'm gonna wrap this around the corner. That might look pretty interesting. I don't know. We'll have to play with that, and we'll have to see See what it's going to look like. So this one, so this is the one that's going to be closest to the mob farm. So this one's going to be a mob essence, and this one's going to be liquid XP. So let's get that set up. So we're going to need a auto enchanter. Auto enchanter first. Let's see, auto enchanter. Oh, that's not too bad. So I should have everything. Machine frame. One of those. Coil. And plastic. There we go. So we have an auto enchanter. And then for the one from open blocks, you need a I forget what it's called. There we go. Auto enchantment table. Well, that was easy. So auto enchantment table. There we go. And bookshelf. Made 30 of those. Cool. So the auto enchanter is going to need power, and I'll probably will put it on Tesseract power. Probably next few episodes we're going to get to Tesseracts, and so got a kind of a cool design that I'm working up for that. All right, so you may be asking yourself, why two systems? Well, first system is we're going to give this going to be a storage tank for all the mob essence, and then give us something to enchant, so we can do something with it. And this system right here, I want a system where I can actually use, remember like over there where we had that little grill on that mob essence tank? So I can come up here and basically dump off some of my levels that I just accumulate and actually use something with it as well. So I don't know if there is like a unifier, if you will, to convert the two, but you know, we have the resources, we have the space, so why not just do a big system? So that's what we're gonna do. So let's clear this off. All right, throw some books down. All right, cool. And one there. Oh, I gotta make a new one now. So I had brought just enough. Okay. All right. Break this off. I'll go pick up some more wood and fix that up. So let me go ahead and I'm going to stop the camera real quick, and I'm going to go ahead and wire up the mob essence from the mob room down there up to this tank. So it'll be a little bit of chore running some wire up there, some conduit, but let me get that done and we'll go on with this build. Be right back. Okay, and we're back. So actually it was a whole lot simpler than I had. I guess I'd planned this pretty well. It was just down a few blocks and then over. So I just wanted to show you what I did right here. This is kind of a system that I usually set up, kind of a push-pull system. So basically, I'm giving this a fluid duct, basically an inventory to store liquid, but I'm also extracting back out of it. So basically, at all times, there will be fluid in the pipe and fluid in the machines. So don't ever have to worry about that. The system will fill up this tank first, versus filling up all the machines. So just wanted to show you guys that real quickly. It's a thing I set up on a lot of systems, like especially with like a railcraft tank. So cool, got that finished. And that's going to start going in there. So, all right, so let me go grab this. Actually, I got my handy dandy access terminal. Mob SS drum. Let's go ahead and fill this tank up. But I also need to wire in this auto enchanter. So, I know the auto enchanter doesn't need books, but I just wanted to put books there and make it look cool. To grab another servo. Yeah, that actually worked pretty good. Okay, cool. So let's put you here. And go grab a servo. Grab a servo real quick. Put you in here. Let you get processed. And you can go in there too now. Now we're filling up with mob essence. That's also going to fill up the buffer of the tube and of this machine, and it's going to fill up all the auto spawners. So cool. Got that system going. All right, let me go grab this thing now. We're basically going to do the same thing. So I got to pipe this in here too. So I should grab some more servos. But this one does not need power. Oh, stuck. There we go. All right. So I do need gonna need a servo, like I said, and then we'll do something. Yeah, we could do something like that. So I'll put a tank here. Put XP drain. Actually, an idea. Just make it a huge tank. Cool. So we could just stand in there to dump our fluid into the system, which some of it should go on in there. But, oh, I don't have it set up yet. And you're now empty. So we'll have this big wall of green goop that we get to look at. That's interesting. Well, let's put you there. Okay. XP juice. And servo. Let's go ahead and get you importing. Get a little whack on the hammer. There we go. Yep, filling up this thing. Cool. And then we could put an auto anvil over here that'll tie right back into this this liquid XP as well. So cool deal. Okay. So you're finished now. So I need to get down here. Put a servo in you. Alright. So like I said, I'm going to come back and clean up and make it look pretty, but I just want to get it up and going so that way I can kind of see what kind of room I'm going to need and see the layout. Cool deal. Okay. Alright, be right back when we start the next piece. Okay, I'm back. So I made myself auto disenchanter that I'm probably going to put somewhere right about here. This only needs power, it doesn't need mob essence, so I'll just have to get some power over here to it. And I made myself an auto anvil from open blocks. This one's going to need liquid XP, so I'll probably put it maybe right about here. I came off the wall a little bit because I'm probably going to obviously do something with the walls. So let's see what else we're going to need for our enchantment room. Definitely going to need just a vanilla anvil. I had that earlier. Something must have died. Got another idea what we're going to need. I think it's 4 blocks. We're going to need print press. Oh, need one of those too. Not too hard. So we have our printing press from Bibliocraft. So that way we can start copying some of our books, and we need, what is it, yeah, but what do you, Bibli, we're going to need the other piece of that. Definitely going to need a monocle. Print press plate. Lock and key. Oh, creative mode. It's kind of cool. Can't even remember what the thing is called. It's a thing you put the chase in to make a chase of the book. Okay, let me find it. Typesetting table. Yeah. That was fun. Oh, there's a skeleton up there. What you doing up there? Alright. So we'll have our printing press. typesetting table. Maybe like here. Made itself a filing cabinet to store some books in. Made an anvil. Cool. So I made myself a chase. We'll just gotta put that in there for now. Awesome. So now I just need to worry about cleaning this up and making this look a little better. And I need to hook some pipe up to this. Let's get that done real quick. There's fluid duct. It's very hard for me to say fluid duct instead of liquid duct. I'm sure I'm not the only one with that problem. Alright. And then we'll disable that. Okay, filling up there. Okay. So we're getting a pretty nice little setup. So we got some place to do vanilla enchants. We got something that we can rip off chants with, copy some books. We can do an auto anvil, which we may not use very much. Basically, this system right here is going to be set up for more of a manual use. So basically, if I want to enchant something where I can just come and dump off my levels, enchant it, or auto anvil it. So that's going to be kind of that system. And this one's going to be more of a system for enchanting the books and getting them ready to go. So let's continue working on this. So let's get rid of that. Don't need you. You. How many books do we have? Quite a bit. Let's take a half stack. Switch over here. And let's go ahead and upgrade you to iron. Let's see how much ink we have. Oh wow. I think we're good on ink for a little while. I gotta figure out, I'm gonna put some glass here, but I don't want to do clear glass. I want to do like a tinted glass. Not sure. So let's go ahead and load this thing up with ink. There you go. Put our chest down. So basically our filing cabinet will store all of our enchanted books. The filing cabinet is really cool if you've never seen one. It is from Extra Utilities, my favorite mods. But enchanted books have item ID of 403, and then the different enchants basically is a more of a metadata. So the filing cabinet can store the same item as long as they have different MBT or metadata. So really good way to store like Mistcraft pages and enchanted books, mana beans, basically anything that has the same item ID. So cool deal. All right, so everything's wired up. So what we need in here is to make it not look ugly because it looks pretty ugly right now. And we need some power for these machines. So let's see if I have a cell up here. I should. Yep. Do I have anything enchanted in here? No. Nothing enchanted. Okay. So let's go give this a try. Output power to your right side, which you are. Okay. Let's do our first level 30 enchant. Where's the books? There. Alright, level 30. Gotta wait for this work to go up. So we'll come back and check on that in a second. So I gotta figure out lighting in here. Like I said, I think I'm gonna do a kind of like a wood colored and pattern. But once you see the video, if you see anything I'm missing as far as enchanting, let me know, because I may have missed something. Or you may come back on the next video and see something. So I will bring you back here for that enchanted book, and then we will call it good for this episode. So be back in just a second. Okay, guys, we're back again. So just threw down some oak floor just to kind of get a feel for what it would look like, and happy with where it's going so far. So we're going to continue this and have a kind of a wood look to it. So disenchant finished. Got focus punch 3. So not really sure what focus punch 3 is. So I went and looked it up during the break. It's added by Mariculture, and focus punch, just like it sounds, is a stronger punch, and you can apply it to chest plates. And the comment is, this increases your punch strength by half a heart for each level. So that's a 1.5 extra hearts per punch if I put it on my chest plate. So that's kind of an interesting enchant. A lot of these mods have added some interesting and some new enchants, so it'd be kind of cool to play with. So we can kind of just stick a load of books in here and just let them enchant. Or we can do this the manual way. So one thing I didn't really talk about last episode, I want to say it before we wrap up, is grab some steak, is that dark killing room that I made in here. I also made it big enough that where we can take a spawner, throw a spawner in there as we find them. So basically this room is nothing but a mob essence grinder. So once we find a spawner, we'll go do some looking around, find a spawner, bring it here, toss it in here, and that'll kind of speed up. The reason I put it here is that way this is chunk loaded by a player, so this continues to run and continues to fill up our tanks up there. So that's kind of my method, my madness that I didn't really explain in the last episode, but I noticed kind of when I was editing the video. So I'm of course going to have sound mufflers all around, so we don't have to hear all those mobs getting chewed up, but that's kind of cool. So thanks for joining me on this episode. Be sure to leave me a comment if you see anything that I'm missing, or if you have any suggestions. Love to hear them. Be sure to subscribe, leave me a comment, like, all that kind of good stuff. And I will see you guys next time.